Hi there, Andy here, the Tai Chi guy. So we're in the third section of the form, moving from full single whip into part of the horse's mane. So our last video started the beginning of the third section. If I just quickly run through these moves, into brush knee, lifting through, ward off right, roll back, press, split, pull and push, into half single whip and full single whip, where we're now going to begin to teach you how to get into and understand part the wild horse's mane. So this is the position that we left in the last video, and this is the move that we're going to look at now. Part the horse's mane, part the wild horse's mane, which is very similar to slant flying. One is more circular, one is more linear. Both of them finish in the same position with the left hand palm down, unless you've got the other leg forwards. Right foot forwards, the hand as far forwards as the leg that's forwards, leading the other hand up, lifting the chin, looking into the distance. The feelings at the end are both the same. How you get into slant flying and part the horse's mane are slightly different. So let's start to pick it apart and see how we get into this move. So if you follow me into full single whip, we're going to move to the right, and as we shift the weight across, you push into the right leg, bringing the left foot in, being very careful you don't come up and down again, same as you would do on every move. If anything, you really come down and up rather than over the top. This way is the easy way where you take the pressure off. This way is the more challenging way where you put more pressure on and then get more health, then get more power. So, as we move the weight across, the left hand that's in the push will more or less come with you, just turning a little bit until it faces this direction. The mouth of the hand is open. If I do it from here, the mouth of the hand is open for pulling down. But you'll show it a little straighter, even though in reality you'll be turning this way, because that's the way that you'll be grabbing hold of somebody's arm. The hook pulls directly down, not with a stiff elbow, but with a little bend at the elbow. It pulls down to the lower dantian, directly down, and it must have a strong feeling of pulling. Now that feeling of pulling with this hook, which is pulling straight down, is mirrored by the body pushing forwards over the top and slightly inclining forwards. So as this is coming down, the body is leaning forwards a little bit because you're coming in over the top. So this is both working together from this angle here. You should be able to clearly see the angles of the arms. This little bend of the elbow keeps it over the knee, the hand in front, then the fingertips always as high as the eyes, and that's the position you should be coming into. Nice and open. So, over the top, and then you get a strong feeling of pulling down. You have to liven that hand up so it feels like it's reaching and pulling, but don't of course claw the fingers. Just this bit that you know how to do when you're reaching forwards. If you're going to catch a ball, you stretch your fingers out. If you're going to grab hold of someone's arm, you stretch your fingers out before closing them. So it stretches open a bit, enlivens the chi, then sits back, and this right hand starts to turn, so it'll be in position to hold the ball when the left hand comes down to the hip. I draw that right foot back, and then like a pendulum it swings back forwards again for me to part the horse's mane. Here, so from this angle, over the top, sit back, see how it turns and opens, and this ball should be held in front of the hip about the size, so I say about the size of a tennis ball, but about as big as a grapefruit is absolutely fine. Just don't open the hands that far away like you normally would to hold the ball. It's compressed down quite small. So 1, 2, turn into the heel, the toe comes down, you lift the chin, I can feel the skin stretching here, and then lean forwards. Now this is the feeling that you want on part of the horse's mane. It's a bump, and it's a bump with the body that projects the chi up into the arm, hands and fingers. This is for your health, enlivening the chi flow. Martially, you're strongly forcing someone away, like one snooker ball hitting the other, knocks it into the distance. So there's no hesitation when you apply this as a martial application. You come in, you wait a little, and you bump your chi forwards, which you do on the next subsequent moves, which we'll look at in the next video. So, have fun with that. Good work, everyone.